on, baby.
We've picked up our futon that we're sleeping on the tent. But we don't have that much room.
We've also, because it was free, are obligated to take the bed frame and the mattress topper.
And now we have free wood. We fit it, but now we have the 2 dogs to fit. So how does it feel, baby?
I'm just saying that I feel good, that carrying stuff on your head is honestly like a fantastic way to carry something. If it's heavy and you gotta walk a far distance. You know, when we say work less, I think what we mean is work less for other people.
All right, so we have added to the tent. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. We got our futon in here.
Hi, Ray.
Reed, tell us where you're at, dear. To the front. Good boy.
That's a good boy.
That's a very good boy. The next trip out here. A little sausage. You're so cute.
Okay, this is Walden. How many times am I going to say that? This is Walden by Henry David Thoreau. I do not propose to write an ode to dejection. I do not propose to write an ode to dejection, but to brag as lustily as Chanticleer in the morning, standing on his roost, if only to wake my neighbors up. The winds which passed over my dwelling were such as sweep over the ridges of mountains, bearing the broken strains, or celestial parts only, of terrestrial music. The morning wind forever blows. The poem of creation is uninterrupted. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. For most men, it appears to me, are in a strange uncertainty about life, whether it is of the devil or of God, and have somewhat hastily concluded that it is the chief end of man here to glorify God and enjoy him forever. Still, we live meanly, like ants, though the fable tells us that we were long ago changed into men. Men think that it is essential that the nation have commerce, and export ice, and talk through a telegraph, and ride 30 miles an hour, without a doubt whether they do or not. But whether we should live like baboons or men is a little uncertain. But if we stay at home and mind our business, who will want railroads? We do not ride on the railroad. It rides upon us. If some have the pleasure of riding on a rail, others have the misfortune of being ridden upon. Why should we live with such hurry and waste of life? When we are unhurried and wise, we perceive that only great and worthy things have any permanent and absolute existence. I perceive that we inhabitants of New England live this mean life that we do because our vision does not penetrate the surface of things. We think that that is which appears to be. We think that that is which appears to be. Time is but the stream I go a-fishing in. I drink at it, but while I drink, I see the sandy bottom, and detect how shallow it is. Its thin current slides away, but eternity remains. I would drink deeper. Fish in the sky, whose bottom is pebbly with stars. I cannot count one. I know not the first letter of the alphabet. I have always been regretting that I was not as wise as the day I was born.
Damn.
I wanted to read that because I think it's incredibly powerful and inspirational and beautiful and poetic. And I also wanted to ask, my darling, why have you decided to live this lifestyle, being in a tent and commuting into society, but living in the woods and living without permission?
I'll start with a brief story. 4 or 5 days ago, maybe, it was pouring outside, and Daniel was working in the lab, and I decided to take a walk with the dogs. It was a beautiful day. And I went up right near where the tent is, a little ways away, probably a couple miles, but just walking, could walk from the tent. And I walked up into the forest, and I got pretty high on the mountain here. It was on Bear Mountain. And there's a stream that was running down the mountain. And I stopped for a moment, and I didn't bring water with me. And the rain was pouring down, and I was thirsty. And I just dropped to my knees, and I cupped my hands and started drinking the water. And it was... Every time I drink water from a stream, it is the best water that I have ever drank. And it's refreshing and revitalizing and earthly, and it takes me back to my foundation and my roots, and it makes me feel like I am a part of everything that has birthed me and has created me, and that is an incredibly special feeling that only happens for me when you are immersed and so deeply a part of this natural world that is around us. So I tell that story because I think it expands to why I want to live in a tent and why I am living in a tent. Because it is so special, especially in the world that we live in today, where so many people don't know what it feels like, what you breathe in, what you see, what you smell in this world that is so clean and pure. I wake up in the morning to birds speaking to each other. I go to sleep at night to owls hooting. I walk outside in the morning and see a flock of birds fly away. I come home to my dog rolling in manure. Those are the things...
Not ideal. That one's not ideal.
Those are the things that make me feel truly alive. And I never want to replace that. I hope to always feel that way. And I think it's incredibly sad that our society has, there has been this slow separation from our natural environment. I think Thoreau said it best. which is that I don't want to die without having lived. And this is what makes me feel like I've lived.
Disco party in the tent. Disco party.